Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. Thank you for joining our call today. Looking forward to what we get to discover today. There were several things mentioned as we were doing our little rounds of gratitude before we started the recording. We do 3 rounds of gratitude just to kind of get our juices flowing and creative juices flowing, and to feel gratitude before we even start the recording. And I can't remember. I think it was Melissa that said the word fascinating. And that just really, I circled that word. It kind of stuck out to me. And several of the things that were mentioned were fascinating. And so I wanted to use that word in our focus today, in our private meditation. So I added the word discoveries, fascinating discoveries. Gratitude for fascinating discoveries. And I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds, and we're going to have a private silent meditation on gratitude for fascinating discoveries, and we'll see what fascinating discoveries we come up with. So 90 seconds, just writing down whatever comes to you on gratitude for fascinating discoveries. Begin. All right. The words "I don't know" came to me, and whenever I was in school, if I didn't know the answer, like if I was sitting in math class and I didn't know how to figure out a math problem, I would raise my hand and the teacher would come over and kneel down beside me and whisper to me how to do it. Like if everybody was trying to do their work and I couldn't figure something out, I could raise my hand and the teacher would come over and kneel down and explain it to me just in a whisper. And that's so interesting. It's fascinating that visual would have come to me. So I guess that's all I'm really going to share. I just, that was fascinating to me to discover that when I don't know something, all I have to do is raise my hand. And even that visual of raising my hand up towards God, and then just why would I raise my hand if I didn't expect him to come and kneel down beside me and for the Holy Spirit to whisper to me? Who else has something that they would like to share?
I'd like to share.
Thanks, Melissa.
So I love this word. I actually use it when I'm experiencing something negative, or if I'm going through something where I know that I am causing myself pain. And
Mm-hmm.
I just say to myself, this is so fascinating that I feel it's necessary to be this angry or be this frustrated or, have whatever negative emotion that I'm causing myself. And so when I can shift my mind from like blame, like he's doing this to me or she is making me feel this way, I'm like, that's so fascinating that I would think that this is necessary. And usually I'm able to shift it and I'm able to take accountability for my feelings and choose some different feelings that I feel serve me better. But other times, I do get stuck in those negative emotions. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I love the word.
That's awesome. Thank you. I love that. Taking out any kind of decision about that situation, like this is bad or this is good. Isn't this fascinating? About the way that I'm reacting or whatever. I love that idea. Thank you. Who else?
I will share.
Thanks, Kathy.
I use the word interesting a lot, and I realized that fascinating is an excellent word to use in place of that they can be interchangeable. And that interesting is kind of like thinking, I can ponder on that a little bit. That's interesting. I'll give that some more thought. But fascinating is like look, discover, and what really popped up. One of the greatest fascinating discoveries that I have noticed in my life is that I can choose to shift or change my mind about anything. Really, you can learn to love anything. And I thought about like people who grow up hating or because of environment, other cultures or whatever. The more you learn about it, it's fascinating discoveries that you can learn to love other people and things that you had no idea that. I mean, even something as simple as I've learned to love asparagus. You can learn to love anything.
Beautiful. Thank you. I've always felt like gratitude is kind of the bridge to that. If there's something that we have negative energy towards, if we can find gratitude in it, then that is the bridge to finding, respect or gratitude or even love. If we can find gratitude in a situation, then we can feel grateful for it and then see it as a good experience. Thank you. Who else?
A couple weeks, it was actually longer than a couple weeks ago, but my weeks are a little bit meshed together. A while ago, we went camping, and it was muddy and dirty, and I'm like, I'm so excited to learn what I can find. Like, I just went on this little walk to see what there was to see. And I looked down and I found a little seashell. And it wasn't like a snail shell, it was a seashell. And I'm like, I wonder how this got here. So I picked it up and I looked at it and I carried it with me. And it was such a comfort and a peace to know that when I need certain things in my life, that they can show up. And they just show up when I need them. And it's just a matter of opening my eyes to see them.
Wow, awesome. That seashell showing up just for you to even say, I wonder is a really powerful statement. Thank you. Who else?
Welcome.
I'll share.
Thanks, Tammy.
So this last Thursday and Friday, and I was really feeling a lot of opposition, and it was like 2 solid days of like up and down through negative emotion, and like all these limiting beliefs just came flooding, and I was so grateful for that. And part of everything that I was needing to clear and change my focus was around being content with what is. And I know that I had this particular thought before in my life, but I don't think I had thought about it for quite a while. And Saturday, the thought came to me that being content prevents regret in the future.
Oh, wow.
And I just have been so appreciative of that inspiration. I just feel that that is a great blessing to me right now.
Well, beautiful. Thank you. It's so powerful. Being content prevents regret. Thank you. Any other thoughts?
I just wanted to share that when we are in a place, when we can see and learn from a place of fascination, how much more we're able to use our different senses, and how we can learn more fully and more permanently through the Holy Ghost.
Well, thank you. I feel like, when you said that, like see and learn from a place of fascination, it's almost like, you think of yourself going into like one of those living aquariums where you're just going in and just seeing how much you can take in and what you can learn and what you can see, and or a zoo or a botanical gardens or something like that. You go in completely open. You're going to see things that you've never seen before. And instead of going in with fear, it's like completely open, almost childlike energy of, wow, I just want to take this all in. I want to see what I can learn. And I love that idea of just going in to something just to see what we can learn from an energy of fascination, being open and excited to jump into things that we've never seen or experienced before. Thank you. Any last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process?
I think that I was thinking about just discovering what's inside, that same thing of being open and willing to see what's inside and discover. And I think it can get really uncomfortable, and that's kind of where I'm trying to like settle myself down. It's like, this feels really uncomfortable, and I don't like all these emotions that are swimming around, and I'm not making sense of anything that's happening. But I'm trying to see it as a discovery, and that it's fascinating, and I'm grateful for all these words that you guys are sharing.
Thank you. That's awesome. I think that's a great transition for us to move over to our permission process, because it's exactly what we do. We discover from, what's inside, what's uncomfortable. And I love what Tammy was sharing, over the last few days. She's experienced this opposition and feeling grateful for it, because it's like, thank you, for showing me what needs to change right now. And, I think she was the one that said that it's been with her for a while. Like she's known, about these things in the past, or maybe somebody else said that a lot of times we're not quite ready to let things go. And so we can just kind of let them be there. But when we're ready to move forward into something new, where this is really going to be a stumbling block, it's really going to be a problem, it will show up as really strong opposition, because it's like, okay, if you really want to go there, you've got to address this now. And I'm just totally fascinated with the way that our limiting beliefs and it just knows, we know exactly what we need to have in the forefront of our consciousness every moment to be able to continue moving forward. Thanks for everybody who has shared, and for just the energy that you brought to this call, whether you've shared or not. Go ahead and take a deep breath. And as you're just listening with fascination to all the thoughts, emotions, everything that's coming up for you, allow yourself to just let those thoughts and emotions be present. Be content with them. Be aware, conscious, and even grateful for all of those thoughts and emotions that are showing up for you. Might be a mix, maybe some really fascinating thoughts of imagination showing you the vision of what you want to create and excitement of moving forward. And there might be also some thoughts or emotions that are coming in mixed with that are past or old limiting beliefs, negative energy, whatever it is that has maybe memories of past failures or words that people said to you that, oh, you can't do that, or don't get your hopes up, whatever thoughts that people, whatever words that people maybe have shared with you about moving forward, all of that mixed together, and just see it as a beautiful sunset or sunrise, all the different colors and the way that the light plays on the mountains or plants, the smells and the sights. Everything together is just a beautiful picture, beautiful montage. And it's all just part of the picture. But now is the moment as we're stepping into our permission process, that you get to give yourself permission to choose which of these energies you want to focus on and which ones you want to address, to just see it as a fascination, as an interesting discovery that, wow, isn't this interesting that this is part of this vision, that for some reason this still exists here. And whatever that is, whatever that part of that montage that's coming in, that's swirling in, that seems a little bit a little discord, doesn't necessarily fit the vision of the future that you want to create, notice what those are and just write them down. Allow them to have their space on your page. And even feel love and gratitude for those thoughts and emotions that are swirling around as part of this, creating an opposition of color, of light, and just allowing you to be able to see the vision in your imagination even more clear and sharper because of the contrast. That instead of it just being like smoke swirling where it's hard to see the difference, that all of a sudden they become clear. That the vision is clear that you want to create, because these limiting beliefs and emotions, negative emotions that are showing up for you, are creating a beautiful contrast. And begin to see those separating, dark and light, heavy and light. And for just this moment, let's address the heavy, the dark. And are they serving a purpose? If they are serving a purpose, if they're helping to push you forward, then you can give yourself permission to keep those for the time being if you'd like. Be content. It's like Tammy was saying, being content prevents regret. So if it serves you, you're totally welcome to keep those thoughts and emotions. But if you are ready to release those and just to embrace the light, then I invite you to give yourself permission to do that by saying yes.
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 Awesome. And in order to keep this light feeling, these light emotions, these light thoughts, and to let the old ones go, the old limiting beliefs and lower vibration thoughts and emotions, let them go. We need to replace those limiting beliefs with something. And new beliefs is what we want to create to take the place of those. And as you're writing your new beliefs, I invite you to see these new beliefs from a new perspective, from a perspective of unconditional love, gratitude. And as you're writing your new beliefs, I invite you to use some of those words that are coming to you to thank these limiting beliefs for being there for you, and also to lovingly and gently release them. Allow them to go back to the source where they came. And possibly it's not a negative force. Probably it's possibly, and probably, I said probably, so we're going to go with that. Probably they are from a light source. They've been shown to you in an effort to help you move on, move forward to the next level, seeing clearly what your obstacle was. So send them back to the source from where they came. And replace those with new beliefs. And I'll go back to just being in that ethereal God space of creation. Allow yourself to see yourself having completed the next level of your development. And what fascinating discoveries are waiting for you without the burden of these limiting beliefs. Let those go, and allowed you to step through the portal into this new level of your life that was not possible because those limiting beliefs, those low vibration emotions and thoughts were blocking the way. I invite you to be able to step through that portal and to see what fascinating discoveries awaited you. And just write those down, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're experiencing. And then when you're ready, I invite you to go back through that portal, come back to your physical self, and just have a little chat with yourself and tell yourself what is waiting for you on the other side of that portal. And all you have to do is just step through. You've got these new beliefs that have empowered you, that have taken away the block that was keeping you from stepping through that portal. And all you have to do now is just physically step through. And there's one most important thing that you get to do today that will empower you and enable you to step through that portal and to experience these fascinating discoveries for yourself. Not just being told about them, but to step through and actually experience them. What is the one most important thing that you could do today that will allow you to experience these fascinating discoveries in your physical form? In a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. I want to invite any of you who are listening to this call, or if you're here on the live call, to reach out to me and schedule a 15-minute call. This is a free mentoring session. It's just something that I offer. And, whether you think you have got it figured out or not, if you're not completely there, I would love to have a conversation with you to help you make that final transition to experience these fascinating discoveries in your physical form. And all you have to do is just go to askwylene.com. That will take you directly to my calendar, and you can schedule a 15-minute call with me. askwylene.com. And we look forward to having that call with you. Who has something that they would like to share about their experience today?
I had a really beautiful experience I'd like to share.
Okay.
I was just so grateful for, I kind of had some negative, energy over the weekend. And I was just so grateful for it. Like just hearing about the contrast of the colors. And I was just seeing so clearly how those negative emotions helped me to see how I need to change. And when I got to the part of looking at the fascinating discoveries that I'm going to learn, I just really saw like a vision of how I'm going to build Zion and how I'm going to be pure in heart and how I'm going to let go of the need to own things and how I'm going to give selflessly and take stewardship over the things that I have to bring beauty to the community. And then my inspired shortcut was just to make my home beautiful, and not just like with beautiful decorations, but beautiful energy. And so I'm really looking forward to manifesting that today and just bringing beautiful energy into my home in a Zion-like environment.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you, Melissa. I just have to make a comment, and I hope you don't mind, because I know we've had some conversations in the past, and I know in the past it's been hard for you to, to keep your home organized and clean, and you've really struggled with that, kind of in that the lower vibration emotion or moving out of fear. But I feel a complete shift today as you're sharing this, that the reason why you're making your home beautiful is because it makes Zion more beautiful, that you're seeing yourself as just one piece, and that what you can do to really improve the community, improve the whole overall feeling and energy of not just your community, but the world, as you're improving the quality of your home.
Yes, that's so true. And you're right. I used to feel a lot of shame around my home, and I felt like I needed to like keep it more clean so that people wouldn't judge me,
Mm-hmm.
And just the energy you're right, it was just so low vibration, and having that breakthrough with you that day like really shifted, and I'm like a totally different person, and I do feel like just today I've leveled up again.
Yeah,
so
totally.
thank you.
I feel like your motivation now is from love instead of fear. Thank you so much. Any last thoughts before we close our call today?
I'm going to share just because I need to uncover this and speak it out loud.
Okay. Thanks, Rachel.
My limiting belief was I'm dirty because I feel anger, which is a really weird connection, but that's what I guess my body and spirit believe, my body. But my new belief is I am at peace with anger. I find that I get angry because I'm angry. Instead of just settling with the feeling of being angry, I'm getting angry at myself because I'm angry. It's like, okay. So I love the new belief, and I'm at peace with anger, and I'm grateful to discover new views and to become new. So
awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And then my shortcut is to go scream into a pillow and let the anger out, whatever it is.
I love it. And maybe I could even suggest for right now, anger, it's good, I think, for you to have that in your new belief, to have that word in there, because you're acknowledging that specific emotion. You're going to do something about it, to, a physical action that's going to show yourself and the anger and the world and the universe that, yes, I love having anger. And I encourage you to like have this smile on your face when you're screaming in the pillow. And I also Yeah. And I also just want to suggest that you could add "and all emotions," all my emotions at the end of that, anger and all my emotions. Because once, you're content and, at peace with anger, then all the other emotions can know, yeah, bring it, I'm at peace with you too.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I love it. Oh, I think we're going to go ahead and end. I appreciate everything that has been shared. I know lots of people probably have some great things that they can share. I encourage you to go to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude, and share your thoughts there if you weren't able to share on the call. And even if you were able to share, we love celebrating with you. Rachel, if you want to share something about your experience after you do your inspired shortcut, that would be awesome. Thank you for being here, for contributing your thoughts. Love starting the day with every one of you. And we'll look forward to being back together on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Talk to you then. Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.